What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's a little past 9 o'clock on Wednesday. It's hump day. I wasn't planning on filming anything, but I just want to come on and update you guys about how I'm feeling, how my nutrition's going, how my training's going, and just a little quick update. I just got out of the gym. I didn't just get out of the gym. I just got home a little while ago from the gym. I just had a really good workout, and I was just really inspired to come on and talk to you guys about what's been going on. So I know I haven't really talked about much of what I've been doing since I got home from Mexico. So here is your update. So basically, since we got home from Mexico, we got home on the 1st. We had the 1st through the 4th. I wasn't quite tracking until after the 4th of July. Come the 5th, which was a Tuesday, I should actually start with before I left. So before I left from Mexico, my macros were at 200 protein, 250 carbs, and 60 fat, okay? Upon returning, I increased my protein by 40 grams just because I knew I was not getting the protein I needed on vacation. So I was at 240 protein, 275 carbs, and 75 fat, just to kind of get myself back and on this mini reverse diet. So as I've mentioned a few times, I'm in a 4-week mini reverse diet ending at the end of July. I have a big announcement coming on at the end of July, beginning of August. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to make the announcement, but stay tuned for that. Tell your friends to subscribe because this is going to be huge. So upon returning, my macros, 240 protein, 275 carbs, 75 fat. After 3 or 4 days, I think it was that Friday, I increased my carbs to 290 and dropped my protein back down to about my body weight at the time, 215. So 215 protein, 290 carbs, and 75 fat. My fat has basically stayed the same. So after the weekend, just seeing how my body responded to a little bit higher carb intake, I didn't gain a pound. I didn't gain anything, actually. I think it was this past Tuesday, I increased my carbs to 320 grams. So I'm jumping up by about 30 grams every 3 or 4 days, just to see how my body reacts. So I'm now at 320 carbs. I'm filming this on Wednesday. Ever since I increased from 250 to 320, which is a 70-gram increase, I have not gained a pound. But I really am so excited to tell you guys that my strength is going up. Obviously, it's expected with increased carbs, my energy levels, everything. Obviously, I'm eating more food, so more food is very good. Everything is just feeling really well. My lifts are going up. I played with the hundreds on the flat dumbbell bench today and just felt really strong. I got 9 reps. Not my all-time PR, but my most recent PR, definitely. So everything is just going really well. And this reverse diet, I could not be more happy with. You know, obviously, the purpose of a reverse diet, if you guys don't know, for those of you who aren't familiar with what a reverse diet is, it's the exact opposite of a diet. So a diet, you slowly take away calories in order to lose weight. Now, the problem with what happens after that, so normally if you're losing weight, it can be for a competition, it can be for some end result. And after that end result, people start eating a lot more really fast. And subjecting your body to a very large jump in caloric intake is normally going to result in a good amount of fat gain, just because your body's not used to processing that many calories, and it's going to store quite a bit of it. So a reverse diet, you increase your calories, mainly your carbs, by a little bit every 3 days, maybe sometimes a week, depending on how slow you want to take it, in order to avoid that weight gain. So increasing your calories slowly over a period of time can help decrease the amount of fat that your body holds on to. So I can just say that this reverse diet for me is going so well, and I couldn't be happier. So not gaining a pound and increasing your calories, eating more without putting on weight, anybody would be happy with that. So dogs are just like playing hide and seek over there. But training aside, nutrition aside, lift is going really well. I'm gonna try and get this video up by Friday. If it's not up by Friday, I apologize, but the hoodies are on sale, on pre-sale until Friday. So, but if this video is up on Saturday, I apologize. Be sure to follow our Instagram, lift_official, to stay up to date. It's much more consistent than YouTube videos, and you can get quite a bit more information from there on a regular basis. So I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I just want to come on, and I just had such a good workout that I just want to talk to you guys and tell you guys what's been going on. I know I haven't really spoken much to you guys about what I've been doing since I got back from Mexico. So it's about 9:15 now. I have my last meal to eat, and I'm just gonna head to bed probably. So tomorrow I have shoulders. I'll probably just walk you guys through all my shoulder movements. So I'll probably see you guys after I'm out of work, because I leave for work early in the morning. I usually don't film anything. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
be like, yeah, my life be like.
What's going on, guys? As promised, it is Thursday. I'm out of work. It's about almost 5:45 now, and I'm on my way to the gym. So I just figured I'd take this time and chat with you guys about my training, my current training split. I know I talked about my nutrition and kind of how my macros are going last night. I figured might as well just chat about my training part, my workouts on my way to the gym. So training, from before I even get to the gym, I've been having a quick source of carbs, a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat. So today I'm having an almond butter fluff sandwich. So I usually eat this on the way to the gym. It's usually about a half an hour drive, so I'll eat this. I'll finish it with about 20 minutes left, so pardon if I'm eating or chewing while I'm talking. So with my carbs going up, I have had to modify my diet a little bit to accommodate those extra carbs. And what better way to use them is around workout time. I have a good source of energy with a quick source of carbs, bread, fluff. Can't really beat it. It tastes awesome too. So that's what I'm having now. As soon as I finish this, I'll move on to my pre-workout drink, which is just 5 grams creatine and a scoop of amino energy. So it's just aminos with some caffeine. So nothing too crazy on the pre-workout side. Just keeping it consistent and seeing really, really good results. So onto my actual split for my workouts. I'll put a little picture here on the screen for you guys just to explain better what I'm going to be talking about. So basically, the way my days are split up, I've prioritized them by how much I want to emphasize a muscle group. So as I mentioned before, I'm down to doing one main muscle group per day with some secondary and tertiary movements. So it sounds really complicated. It's not. It's just how I want to prioritize them. So as you can see, each day I have a primary movement. That's what I'm going to focus on most. That's what I'm going to go heaviest. And so the first exercise in that primary movement is typically 6 to 8 reps. So I'm keeping the weight fairly high, reps a little bit lower, and usually 3 working sets. The second and the tertiary are usually 3 sets of 12 to 15, and that tertiary is even sometimes just 2 sets. So I've been trying to get enough frequency where I can still stimulate a good amount of growth, but not overdo it where I'm getting way too much volume. And so there's kind of a happy medium between that, with not trying to do too much, because again, I am in a reverse and I can't have my volume too high to make the reverse. It would basically have my threshold of working too high, because whenever I go to cut again, if I need to increase my density of my training, I can't really do that if my volume's already super high. So I'm bringing my volume down a little bit, upping the intensity by increasing the weight, and really focusing on one muscle group a day. So today's shoulders. I have shoulders as my primary, and I think my tertiary is back. So I'm not going to hit too many back exercises, 1 to 2, and just again in that 12 to 15 rep range, just to get some blood flow, just so your body doesn't forget about that muscle group. So I think that's it. It's pretty basic. It's nothing too crazy, but I just kind of want to show you guys what I was focusing on over the past couple weeks and coming up in the next couple weeks. So I'll be at the gym soon, and I'll catch you guys there.
First commentary since Nam. I have not done one of these in a while, so I don't even know where to begin. But here we go. Shoulder workout. Let's do it. Starting off, obviously getting the shoulders nice and warmed up. I was still extremely sore from my chest day the day before. Looks like I'll have to reprogram just a little bit and separate my days, but my front delts were still toast from my heavy chest day the day before. So making sure to just get really warmed up. All planes of motion, pushing, pulling, flexion, extension, everything, just getting all the heads nice and warmed up, and then starting off with a really light set. I think these were like 30 or 35s on the shoulder press, and I realized how sore I really was during this set. I was a little afraid that I wouldn't be able to press at all, but I took my warm-ups real slow and just tried to stay under control as much as possible. So pushing overhead is just an unnatural motion to begin with, just because of how the shoulder is situated in the shoulder socket. So you have your acromion process coming over the top, and it could get really technical, but just know that it's an unnatural movement. And so just to be extra careful when you're pressing. If you feel anything out of place or anything that doesn't feel right, just back off the weight and make sure your form is in check. So here we go, making sure to take it nice and slow in the negative, pushing up, keeping the core nice and tight. My back is a little bit arched, but I'm making sure to keep my core tight, so I am staying as safe as possible during the whole movement. I believe these are 60 pounds, nothing super heavy, but pressing has never has never been my strong suit with my long arms, and not something I really focus on a whole lot. But it went pretty well. Worked through. Shoulders started feeling better towards the end of my working sets, and I actually did one more set after my working set just to get some more blood flow to the area. A set of like 15, I believe. So moved on to just some machine shrugs, making sure to squeeze at the very top. My thing with shrugs is if you can't hold for at least a split second at the top of the movement, it's too heavy. So you should be able to squeeze for at least half a second or so to ensure that you just get the most out of the movement. You know, if you load it up with weight and you really aren't focusing on squeezing and you really aren't contracting as much as possible, then you're shorting yourself. And so just make sure that the weight is heavy enough where you're feeling it, but light enough where you can squeeze and contract as much as possible. So after the shrugs, moved on to some lateral raises. Some people call them side laterals. It's just being redundant. So lateral raises or side raises, they're the same thing. Lateral just means sides. So making sure to, again, keep the movement nice and consistent, not jerking the weight up, not letting it fall right down, really trying to control it, especially at the top. You know, with long limbs, it's tough to go heavier on these, so I just opt to really focus on the movement itself, get a good contraction, and, you know, if you really slow it down, you can really hone in on those lateral delts and work them pretty good. So they were definitely feeling it. My front delts were starting to be involved a little bit. They were already super sore, like I said, and so just trying to focus on those lateral, those side delts as much as possible. After that, moved to a bent over lateral raise. So hitting the rear delts with this, doing my best to stay under control of the rear delts. You know, if you guys have done bent over lateral raises, you'll understand that it's much harder to use heavier weight, and that's simply how the shoulder is oriented. That's simply the muscles. You have essentially one muscle on the back of the shoulder, and that's your posterior delt, whereas you have a couple in the front. You have your laterals that can help with the front, and you also have the front delts. So the bent over lateral raises is tough to do a lot of weight. Don't let it get to you, but just know that it's natural to be weaker with the bent over lateral raises rather than the front raises. So trying to get a good contraction. I know I'm swinging a little bit here. I'm not really keeping the movement slow, but at this point in the workout, I was pretty exhausted already, and just trying to get a decent amount of blood to the area. So those were the 4 shoulder movements for you guys. And I moved on to 2 back movements, a vertical pulling and a horizontal pulling. We're just going to finish up the commentary. So with this, kind of a neutral grip, not quite a close grip, not quite a wide grip, but a neutral grip, lat pull down. I think I did sets of 15 here. Getting a good stretch at the top, really trying to elongate as much as possible, and squeeze at the bottom. Really engage the lats, pull through the elbow. If you notice, my thumb isn't wrapped all the way around. It's on the same side as the rest of my fingers, or moderately on the same side as much as they can be, which can really help save the forearm while you're pulling. So the last movement here was a semi-horizontal. I guess the way my body is oriented, it's a horizontal pull, but with 2 cables, the way it's affecting my body is it's not straight in front of me, it's actually off to the side. So as you can see, the cables are a little wider than where my arms naturally reach forward to, so it helps keep a little more tension in the lats. And depending on where your elbow is, you can also focus on the rear delts if you wanted to, flaring the elbows up a little bit, but I decided to keep the elbows fairly close in and try and hit the lats and squeeze the lats as much as possible. So that's going to do it for this commentary, guys. I'll let you watch the rest of this clip raw. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys in just a second.
about 7:20 now. Just left the gym, walking out of this little atrium thing, which is pretty sweet. There's like a river. That's the mill building. We're in the bottom building, on the bottom floor. That's where the gym is. Just a little info for you guys. But finished up on the stairs for like 5 minutes or so because my legs are still smoked from Tuesday, 2 days ago. They're actually more sore now than they were yesterday. So trying to get some blood flow to them, get them recovered, so I'm not walking like a giraffe tomorrow. But so just left. Gotta head to Walmart real quick, grab a couple things, then head home, figure out what I'm eating. So catch you guys in a second. I'm at home now. The sky is like this weird shade. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. It's like this weird shade of purple, and it's like a weird color outside. You know, you guys know when it's like a weird color and it just looks different, and like you don't know if it's like your eyes adjusting to it, but it doesn't change afterwards, and it's still the same color. But yeah, that's what it looks like right now. Kind of cloudy, very muggy out. I feel like we're gonna have some thunderstorms tonight, which would be sweet. But I am cooking my dinner. We're kind of cooking a bunch of food. Cooking some chicken breasts on the grill. I've really enjoyed cooking them on the grill lately. Seasoned them with some Flavor God Chipotle, and as well as some lemon pepper seasoning. So pounded them out so they were a little flatter. You know, obviously with the chicken breast you have that thicker part and then you have the thinner part. If you try and cook it, you'll cook it unevenly, and then if you cook it too long it'll dry out and it'll just not be as good. So I recommend pounding them out so they're nice and flat, so they cook more evenly. Just using Pam on the grill, nothing, no fat or like oil or butter or anything. So keeping it really clean. So that's gonna be dinner. Probably just gonna have some rice. I think I have quite a bit of fat left, so I'm probably gonna toss some eggs on top. But I'll show you guys the finished product in a second when those are done cooking and I have everything together. There's the finished chicken. Got some nice color on there. And there is my dinner. So I got about 130 grams of Uncle Ben's rice pilaf right here. This has been my go-to lately. It's just literally so good. I know it has a little bit higher sodium, but I'm not really worried about it. Topped with 3 eggs, and that's going to be my dinner. And I have one more meal to kind of finish off my macros. Haven't really figured it out yet, but I think I'm going to finish the vlog here for the night, and then I'm going to finish the vlog completely tomorrow morning. I'm going to weigh in on camera for you guys and show you just where I'm at and where I'm standing weight-wise after my first day at 350 grams of carbs. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, but first, yolk porn. So there you have it, 216.4. That's up from 215.6 yesterday. So not even a pound jump, so I'm happy. I was just thinking if I could stay under about 217 for this mini reverse, I'd be happy, and I'm extremely happy. So everything's actually coming out more. I think I'm just much more full from the glycogen, from the increased carbs, and I'm still fairly lean. I'm not ripped by any means, but I'm definitely happy with where my physique is standing. I'm not putting on too much, so I am happy. But it's about 7:30. Hold on a second. Got up a little bit earlier. Typically I stay in bed a little bit longer, but the dogs were up and it was just kind of annoying this morning, so I got myself up out of bed, making some coffee. Only 1 cup. Only enough for 1 person, because Yami's not here. But she's coming back today, so I'm super excited. She's coming back late tonight, so it's Friday. I'm about to get ready for work, get everything going. Got to make my breakfast, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. You know, I love responding to comments. If there are questions about my training or about nutrition or anything else in general, life in general, just not even fitness-wise, just life. So please leave a comment below. I would love to see them. And so I'm not sure when my next video will be up, but just stay tuned for that. I'll catch you guys in the next one.